Yo, it's your boy 1 Deep 215 back with another video. Hope everybody out there doing good today. I wanted to touch on this tragedy that happened over the weekend, or I'm not exactly sure which day it happened on. I know it was a few days ago, and it actually happened to a YouTuber during his, I believe, birthday celebration out there in Las Vegas. Now, the backstory on this one is, to my understanding, he was going back and forth with another fellow YouTuber for quite a while. I believe they said it stems back to almost a year that these two guys had beef. And believe it or not, the man I'm talking about that was deleted, his wife was also unalived in the process, which is crazy. It's crazy. Now, like I said, the backstory is that they were beefing for quite some time. It was a lot about copyrights. One was accusing the other of stealing material and publishing it on his platform. I believe the man that was unalived name is I know his last name is Finney. Quote me on that. Y'all can tell me down below. I forget his first name. I'm sorry about that. And then the alleged shooter is a guy by the name of Manny. Like I said, they both got YouTube channels and they was beefing for quite some time. And it's like, here's my thing. No matter what it's about, copyright, who got more views, who's the better content creator, no matter what, it ain't worth all that. It ain't worth crashing out. And I don't know all the story. I know he went live. The man that was deleted went live. Him and his wife, like I said, a birthday celebration in Vegas, where the accused, the alleged shooter, he's from there. So you already know you in his city, you in his town. Now, Vegas is obviously a destination, so it could be, I ain't gonna say a coincidence, but it could be like, ain't like you went to the middle of Cincinnati, Ohio. No shade on Cincinnati, but Cincinnati ain't known as a tourist destination to celebrate your birthday, knowing the man is from there. So, not saying he was poking the bear, but on both sides. Obviously, the alleged shooter is in the wrong 100%. Y'all beefing over YouTube is never that deep. It's never that deep to be crashing out or poking the bear when the man say, because they said the man told him, I'm going to do something to you. If I see you, I'm going to do something to you. And I get it. We all men. We got pride. But I ain't got to prove nothing to no YouTuber or nobody in general, for that matter, to show how tough I am, if I'm not tough, if I am tough, if I'm going to stand 10 toes down. That shit is for suckers. Because when you've been through, when you know you've been through, now I don't know this guy. So maybe he never, I don't know. But just going on from my point of view, if you know you've been through whatever you've been through, and you done stood 10 toes down and stood on whatever your whole life, you ain't got to prove nothing at this older age that we at. The guy was older than me. I think he was like 43, 44 years old. So you obviously been around the block. You got your wife involved in this. Not saying, I don't know, maybe she was part of it. Maybe she was the instigator in it. I don't know. But I'm just saying, you got your wife involved in this, bro. And y'all out supposedly enjoying what's supposed to be a joyous occasion, a birthday celebration in this man's town, Las Vegas. And they said it happened on live. Now, I don't know. Obviously, if it was up, it's probably not up no more. He was live. He was on YouTube that's another thing. It's like, I get it, certain content creators, y'all see how I do this, my little thing. my small channel, I'm not posting every little move. I just don't believe. That's why I don't have an Instagram or a Facebook and none of that. I give y'all what I give y'all. Raw content every time. Raw, unadulterated, unbiased, unfazed content. And this is what I do. I mix in food reviews and sports. Okay, cool. But I'm gonna keep it real. And if people don't like this, it is what it is. I'm not showing y'all my every move. Look, y'all, I'm here. I might share a story with y'all. Like, yeah, I went to such and such and I had a good time or whatever. And I barely do that. I'm not vlogging. Now, people do what they do. And there's been a lot of successful streamers and YouTubers that do that type of thing. I'm not discouraged. But for a certain type, it's very distasteful because it's like, I don't need the people to know my every move and what's my next destination. Me and my wife going to be here, and we look what we ate at this 5-star. It ain't that deep, you know. Like, that's just me. And you on live, so you pretty much giving this man your location, and he walked right up. They said it was as smooth as you know what. He just walked up and start letting them go. And then, you know, I think he shot the guy first, the guy he was beefing with, the YouTuber, and then he went and shot the wife. They was together. It's like, y'all, clout ain't that deep. Clout ain't that deep, because it sounded like, and I'm not saying nobody was right or wrong. Obviously, the leg shooter, I don't know. The leg shooter is wrong, obviously. 100%. But as far as the backstory and who tick for tat, I don't know who started what or who egged on who, but it's never that deep, because what it sounded like is a clout thing. Who getting the most views? And they both were small YouTubers, to my understanding. There's bigger YouTubers than me. I ain't got a whole lot going on. I'm just starting this thing, trying to figure it out. But I'm somewhere around, I think like 4,000 subscribers for one of them and like 3,000 for the other, which I would love to get there one day. So who's me to call somebody? But that's considered small. I mean, just in the numbers, just in the analytics of it, that's small. You're a small YouTuber. So even if you was a big YouTuber, it's never that deep to be going back and forth with somebody over on a computer, online, and then is on site. I know what real beef is. I know what real on site is. You know what I'm saying? So all that tough stuff, we not trying to be tough at this old age. And I can speak on that because from what I understand, the guy was in his early to mid 40s. Neither one of them was no young bulls, and even the young bulls shouldn't be doing it. But I'm just saying, once you've been seasoned and been through the ringer and then took your licks or whatever over the years, all that showing who that you tough don't mean nothing. Who you proving it to? If you know who you are, what do you got to prove something to a guy in a whole nother state over a platform? It ain't real. Now, obviously it was real, because somebody's life ended. Somebody was deleted and taken off this earth. So it was real, but in the grand scheme of things leading up, it wasn't real. Like, look, bro, you got it. You the better YouTuber. Whatever. You know what? Yeah, you can take my style, you can take my copy, you can take my, because it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, bro. And we all men at the end of the day, and I get it, we all got pride. Trust me, I know. I got tons of it. But it's never that deep to take that pride and put it into a place where, a compromising place. If you've been through it, you've been through it. And I don't subscribe to those thought processes, and I don't subscribe to crashing out over popularity or views or likes, because that's what I was reading the article, and it's you know, going back on it, like when the beef first started and or whatever, it was talking about who was more popular, who stole whose style, who copyrighted whose material, and it was words exchanged. They would come on each other's lives and talk. It ain't that deep. You'll never see me do no. And I ain't saying I ain't privy to anything foolish, because we all been there. But I'm not privy to anything distasteful. That's very distasteful, and is not worth it. In the grand scheme of things, it's not worth it. Any of y'all out there, because I know a lot of people got YouTube platforms, and just any platform. This could happen over TikTok. It could happen over Instagram. Beefing over who's better or who got the most, whatever. Once somebody tell you, I got something for you, when I see you, that's when you know this ain't even fun no more. Because like I believe in good, a healthy back and forth, a good competitive spirit. If we joking around, yo, bro, I bet you can't get to such and such before me, and it's all in good and fun, that's different. But this obviously wasn't that. The man said this on site, when I see you and I got something for you. Like, that man, you know, and I'm not excusing the man of doing it. He's the lowest of the low, and hopefully justice is served. They did catch the guy. I'm sure he's going to have his day in court. He allegedly did this. So he's going to meet his maker, and he's going to have a long time to think about what he did and think about how worth it was. Because now nobody has more views. You don't have to worry about the view count now, because you sitting in there wishing your lucky stars that a judge will have some type of grace and the tenacity to say, oh, well, you know, such. It ain't happening, bruh. It ain't happening. You did what you did, allegedly. And you gotta, you know, so I'm not saying the other guy is just as wrong as no. Whoever's the alleged shooter is always wrong in my book. But I'm saying, just looking from an outsider's perspective, this could have been alleviated on both sides. Yo, bro, you got it. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you the bomb. You the shit. Oh, man. You got it going on. I just love the videos. You know, because you know me, I kill people with kindness. You know what I mean? Unless it's real and we got to take it there, obviously. If it's real. See, I know what up close and personal beef is. Especially in my past. I know what it is right here in real life. Not know I'm going to type this comment and then you going to hate it. Then I'm going to jump on your live and say to you, I'm not with all this internet stuff. And I believe that these guys didn't come up in that era either. They older than me. Well, I know one of the guys definitely older than me. They say like 43, 44. So, bro, you came up in my era just about, and you with this internet gangster stuff. Like, it ain't never that deep. Clout is never that deep. Like I told y'all before. In previous videos. Attention is a hell of a drug. It just is. No matter what race, gender, creed, belief, religion, whatever. It is a hell of a drug, and is at an all-time high, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. What's wrong with agreeing to disagree? What's wrong with being the bigger man and walking away? Yo, bro, I'ma just block you, and I ain't gotta worry about this back and forth. I see you taking it serious, you taking it somewhere else. I thought we was just, because it might have started as, I don't follow neither one of these guys. It might have started as a healthy competition. It might have. I don't have all the facts. Y'all can do y'all go on there, type in YouTuber unalived in Las Vegas. It'll be the first thing to pop up, if y'all haven't heard about this story already. But to my knowledge, it's a pretty big story, so a lot of people have heard about it. But it just ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. Look, man, it ain't like, look, I thought you talking about some other stuff. You saying pull up. You using words that I don't really, like, what's up with you, bro? I'm going to just leave you alone. We agree to disagree. I block you, you block me, and we move on. And we do our thing, and we strive however we do. I don't know you, you don't know me, and that's it. That's how men handle things, especially some online stuff. That online shit ain't, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about this story. Like I said, it's a tragic story. The man, on his birthday, I don't know if it was his actual birthday, but his birthday weekend or whatever, and he in Vegas with his wife, and he get deleted like that over YouTube beef. tread lightly, gentlemen and ladies. Tread lightly. It's not that deep. We live in the real world that's already tough enough. This world is already hard to get through. Working every day, dealing with kids, dealing with everyday stress, and dealing with these whack jobs that live amongst us. That's already hard. And you're going to go home, turn on your computer, shoot a video, and talk about a stranger, and beef back and forth with somebody you don't even know. It just, I don't know. Could have been alleviated, and my condolences to any of their family or whatever, friends, because it's sad. You and your wife lost your life over the internet. Over the internet. And obviously, I'm sure there's dozens of stories like this. This ain't the first time. I'm not oblivious to that. But that one it kind of hit home with me because of the whole wife situation and because of the fact that it sounds very petty. There was never like a knowing of the person, a familiarity. We from the same hood. We grew up together, now we don't like each other. It was none of that. It was literally just, I don't agree with your takes and you don't agree with mine. You stole my material and I got more views than you. I'm more popular. And now somebody deleted it. Hit the like button down below if y'all like this video. Comment on this one. Let me know if there's anything I missed in this story. Maybe y'all could give me a more updated backstory on what transpired leading up to it. If you like it, share it with your friends. And y'all, we gotta get more wiser. We gotta get wiser out here. It's not that deep. For the young boys and the OGs, y'all hold it tight. I see y'all in the next one.